Oh my god! Nuclear holocaust on the drones!
Hello guys and welcome to UC Davis StarCraft, and this is going to be Game 2 of Tbeezy versus Future. I'm AlphaFerg, and I'm excited because we just saw a pretty epic Tal'Dorei Malter game where the lead just went back and forth between Tim and Future. Tim pulling out a really impressive attack with his Ghost and totally demolishing the Protoss army, but getting squashed in a very nice two-pronged attack by Future that demolished all of Tim's lead, and Future was able to push and just deny Tim's economy and slowly pulled out a win. But now we're going to see Game 2. This is going to be on Antiga Shipyard. I like this map a lot. It is very fun to play on. Future here in the cross position as the blue Protoss. Tim is the teal Terran. Teal Terran, wow. Purple Protoss versus teal Terran. There we go. But this is going to be a nice map. I'm glad I got the color mod. You can really see the difference in the two races, especially because one are like brain aliens and the other is like a hick from South Carolina. Tim going up a pretty standard racks, 12 racks build, and the 12 gateway as well. Interestingly, both players pretty much mirrored if they were the same race, aside from Chrono Boost. Early assimilator for Future. Will Tim do the same? No. Tim is actually going to do no gas. He's saving up for something else. Will it be another barracks? Will it be a command center? Will it be orbital command? We'll find out soon. Stay tuned. Future not doing much either. Okay, well, I like this map. It definitely promotes economic play, and Tim is actually going fast. You see, he's going to hide the SCV totally out of sight, out of mind. And now Tim can put down the command center. No, he can't. Well, he could. He's going to see the SCV, though. So Future seeing that SCV, it could be a great read. It could tell Future that Tim's going to expand. And Tim wants to expand. He's floating a lot of minerals here. And he's definitely, Tim's just going to let him see it. And now Future, he's opening the exact same way he did last game, but he can totally 4-gate it. And in that case, Tim would definitely have to lift the command center, fly it back to his main, and try to save the day. Letting that get scouted is not good. And here comes Warp Gate. The only other thing I could imagine doing in that position is canceling the command center and just going all in. Because just Future can totally 4-gate right now and do a lot of damage. Instead, he's getting a second assimilator, which he decides, no, get out of here. And he's actually going to expand as well. So Tim, smartly, is not canceling the command center and going all in. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just saying if you get pushed, it's super tough. But it looks like this is instead going to be a super economic game. And Tim's command center's done. Get out some orbital commands and lots of units. Getting a tech lab. Cool guys. Get marauders. Pretty good against Protoss. And Future's going to scout the front and see a bunker. And so 3-gate, probably going to put down a robotics facility soon. Once he gets that 200. And no, he's still off one. He's still on one gas. I don't know. He's just gonna get a lot of probes, a lot of pylons. There's the assimilators. And Tim getting a factory. He's gonna be able to get starports soon and get a nice bioforce. I would say he's probably gonna do the same thing he did last game, where he kind of tried to do a Marine Marauder medevac push. Tim is pretty good with that. He didn't drop as much as he usually does, so I'd like to see that, because Tim is actually really good at dropping. He kind of knows great timing pushes and that kind of stuff. But he's a little low on SCVs. Look at that. He's 7 down on Harvester count. And he's going to have to face a push right now, as it looks like Future is totally setting up to do an early attack. This is a very advanced pylon that you're basically throwing away if you lose to this push. And Tim does have 2 bunkers out here. Pretty similar to what happened in Game 1. Focusing down the Marauder, but the Marauder see getting in the bunker. Marauders and bunkers, man, I wasn't lying. It's pretty good stuff, and this army is just going to back off. They're afraid of the little man, the big man sitting in the small bunker. I don't know how he fits in there. Like, the door is super small, and he's like twice the size of Marine. Warping in some Zealots, going to do more damage, taking out the bunker. And Tim not pulling SCVs. He did pull SCVs. He pulled about 5 last time. He lost them, but he should be good. Yeah, the Stalker Force just getting smashed to the numbers of Tbeezy. Here comes another push. Zealots coming in to the main. Tim doing some pretty good kiting. Tim's good at kiting. More Zealots. This push is not over, folks. But more reinforcements coming down for Tim, including 2 Marauders. Definitely going to help. Concussant Missile is only halfway done, though, which is just going to make these Zealots do a lot more damage to stim, but Future is just going to take out the bunker, which gets cancelled. So really no loss in damage aside from SCVs. It looks like this push is still going. There's more Zealots. Future is just saying, I'm going to push your front, but Tim's numbers are actually starting to catch up. Concussive Shells has completed, and here are medevacs. I don't think this was a smart decision to keep pushing. He's going to lose a Zealot. He may lose 1 or 2 more. Concussive Shells is pretty good, and Tim is now, because he saw the Warpins, going to be able to take out this proxy pylon. Easy peasy. Let's check out where players are at. We have the Robo facility. Completed lots of gateways. Looks like 5 in total. Robotics Bay coming out. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Colossus right now. And assimilators and stuff like that. Units coming out. And Tim does have the Marine Marauder medevac push that I said he was going to try to do. And what is there against it? The Colossi is only halfway done. Yep, and Future's going to have to wall in, but look at this. This is what you do. Oh no, but all these medevacs. Ooh, one getting sniped, losing a couple units in there. Very smart decision by Future to have some of these stalkers here on the high ground. Definitely just saved his ass from losing some sort of tech, and now with the Colossi in play, Tim's not going to want to do this. Okay, you got a Zealot. Yeah. The Colossi really is going to shut down this kind of push. There's just too many units to try to get through. You can try to stim and catch the Colossi, but just get Vikings. And Tim's already getting Vikings. He's already getting a third. He's delayed the Protoss third. He's in a good place. Don't lose the game right now. Picking off units like that, that's what you want to do. Picking off these kind of proxy pylons, that's what you want to do. And massing up lots of units is what you want to do. And especially now that he has his timing before Thermal Lance completes, he can do this kind of stuff. Unfortunately getting caught with some force fields right there. But Tim is just making a lot of buy. You can see there's pretty much constantly Marines, Marauders, Vikings on the field. If Tim can hit a nice timing, taking out the Colossi and just having a very large bio unit, keeping some medevacs in there, he can shut this game down. I think he can handle it. I think he can bring it to an ace match. We'll find out. He's getting another starport. Smart decision. What? What? Why? The army's right here. I have never seen that used as a diversion. You just lose. He doesn't even cancel him. What? I mean, he used that to force Tbeezy's army out of position, so he can definitely get up his third now. I don't know if it's worth it though. It's just strange, man. It's strange. And here's the engagement. Vikings hammering away at the Colossi. One is down to half health, but it looks like Tim is not wanting to attack yet, especially with these force fields here. And the third is finally completed. Tim, of course, having a much stronger economy. He is ahead by, well, it's just changed, 9 workers. That's not the right button. Luckily, they didn't do anything. And here's what I think Tim... I thought he was going to drop. Yes, he is going to drop. I was about to say dropping right now is perfect because all the armies on the other side. Look at how undefended this main is. But Tim actually doesn't know this is happening. He might lose his third if he's not careful. It looks... Yep, there's some zealots coming in there. And the zealots are going straight for the mineral line. Tim is going to stem his army, his whole army back. Unfortunately, not scouting out where... Just putting a supply depot here or having a command center there earlier can totally prevent that kind of stuff. And here comes the push. These units were looking for something. It looks like they're trying to shut down a proxy expo. But here is the attack. These Colossi were able to get onto the... Yeah. He pulled his army all the way back. So he'll be safe. But here comes Tbeezy's push. And this is the timing I was talking about where he should have a ton of Vikings. 6 is pretty good. And we'll see if it'll be enough. There are only 3 more Colossi on the field. 1 is halfway done. Charge hasn't finished. Blink hasn't finished. And these units are only 1-0. Meanwhile, Tim is also 1-0. But look at that. 1 Colossi down. The second one falls almost just as fast. The third one is taking a lot of damage, and Tim is in here. Tim just managed to take out the third, landing in the factory in a act of desperation and defense. I think Tim just got way ahead. It looks like, unfortunately, this guy moved in. This guy. Future did a great timing attack, at the same time moving in a bunch of zealots and that sentry. Did he kill a bunch of workers? I don't know. Not a bunch, though, and actually there's a ton of workers there. I can't imagine they were anywhere else. Yeah, those were the original workers, so it didn't kill too many workers. Tim able to fight it off, and he's getting ghosts now to prepare for any sort of Templar archive timing, which is exactly what's happening. Tim being the expert Gosu player. And look at this. I like this position of this pylon. It's just really far away. You could maybe put it here, but then you might get scouted more easily. Of course. Zealot is saying, "I'm here. I mean to do damage." And he does manage to kill a mule. But the real scary bit is Tim is getting 3 ghosts at a time, and Storm isn't even done yet. If Tim executes this well, he still has the Viking numbers. He didn't lose them like he did in the last game. He does have to get more ghosts out on the field, which he's trying to do. And how many Templar are there? There's only 2, so Storms aren't going to be finished. There are still 3 Colossi, but there are still a lot of Vikings. So, really, Tim just hit a really nice attack before any of the bio upgrades finished. Actually, both players not focusing on upgrades at all. Tim finally putting down +1 armor. But Future not having a third is really hurting him right now. And here it looks like Tim is going to push again. He's totally max. And there's no rocks here anymore. A nice scan, and he's going to pick off a ton of Stalkers separated from their army.